Most videos ranking the best places to live in Arkansas just list cities. Let's be real, the best city for you depends on the type of lifestyle you want. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the best places in Arkansas based on schools, safety, affordability, outdoor lifestyle, and even the food scene. And yes, of course, my friend, if you've been watching my channel before, you know that I'll give you a bonus list at the end, so be sure to stick around for that. If you have not watched the channel before, my name's Anthony Mosley. I'm a real estate broker located here in Bentonville, Arkansas, and I help people just like you that are on the search after presenting them the facts. Is Northwest Arkansas going to be the best place for you and your family to make a move? Or not? Some people decide not to.
It's true.
Before we jump in, you should know that Arkansas is a large state, and of course, we've got high population areas around Little Rock and Northwest Arkansas. That said, there's going to be cities on this list that repeat themselves or are bunched in a certain area depending on population and availability. And let's be real, this is my list. I didn't go get this off of some other website. I decided to create this list just for you because many clients ask me these things. Anthony, where's the best place for this? Where's the best place for that? And of course, being here in Northwest Arkansas, I want to give an objective view, but there are many Northwest Arkansas cities that are going to make this list today. Let's go ahead and dive into our first topic, which is best places in Arkansas for schools. Bentonville consistently ranks among the top school districts in Arkansas and is often rated near the top statewide for educational quality. Now, of course, don't take my word for it. This is according to niche.com, who looks at U.S. Department of Education data, test scores, teacher quality, graduation rate, and of course, based off of your individual student, they might want to have a school that has a wonderful music program or arts program, or be able to play on the football team or the volleyball team. And if you're watching this video and you're like, Anthony, I don't have kids that are school age, that's okay. Many people want to live in a good school district, so when the time does come for them to sell that house someday, they know that that's one factor. Being in a good school district is something that helps prop up their home maybe over other similar homes. Bentonville School District covers multiple different cities, and that includes Centerton, Bentonville, parts of Bella Vista, parts of Rogers, Cave Springs, and even parts of Gravette, Arkansas. Bentonville schools focus on college readiness programs and strong athletics. And of course, the large investments in Bentonville schools is tied to much of the growth in Northwest Arkansas. Runner-up school districts that are worth mentioning are Fayetteville, Rogers, and of course, Haas Hall Academy that has multiple locations all throughout Arkansas. Number 2 on our list, I have to be careful as a real estate broker talking about this topic, which is safety and crime. Best city for safety in all of Arkansas, according to online research, is Bella Vista, Arkansas. Of course, check out FamilyWatchdog.com, crimegrade.org are two websites that I use on the regular. What I like about both of those websites is you can plug in your area's zip code or town and gain an understanding of what they rank your current area's safety, and then plug in an Arkansas zip code or town to be able to come up and say, hey, that town is similar to my town. Safety is a feel, my friend. What you might feel safe might be different than what I feel is safe. But again, according to online sources, listed among the safest cities in Arkansas is Bella Vista. Those crime analysis sites rate Bella Vista roughly average to safer than many U.S. cities depending on the area you analyze. Bella Vista has lower density neighborhoods and a POA, Property Owners Association, that kind of helps keep out some of the riffraff, if you will. But with that strong community and neighborhood oversight, it certainly creates a type of culture within a culture. Maybe neighbors are watching out for one another. Whether they have an organized program or not, neighbors are definitely looking across the street and wondering, who's that over there? Or what's going on over there? And maybe a little nosy, but at least they're watching out for one another. The reason why I bring this up in so many videos is because when you're moving away from one area and you're moving to another area, one thing you certainly want to be sure of is what's the safety like in that area. I don't want to move to a new area and looks all pretty on the outside, but it's not safe for my family and I. Other safe communities that are worth mentioning would be Centerton, Arkansas, Cabot, Maumelle, and Siloam Springs. We mentioned crimegrade.org, but also sites that you could check out are Travel Safe Abroad City Safety Rankings, FBI Uniform Crime Reports, and many other online systems that you can use to kind of see, okay, based on, again, what my area is like and what it might be there in a certain Arkansas city, you can kind of gauge what that might be for you. Next on our list is another Northwest Arkansas city and a duplicate city in the city that has the best job opportunities. Here it is again. Bentonville, Arkansas has the best opportunities when it comes to job placement and job advancement. Why is that? Well, let me answer that for you. We have the world's largest retailer located right here in Bentonville, Arkansas, which there's also Sam's Club. Tyson Foods is just down the street in Springdale, Arkansas, and J.B. Hunt Transportation in Lowell, Arkansas. But what I find with many of my clients is maybe one spouse is moving to Bentonville for their job and another spouse gets a job at one of the other companies, or maybe they are working at an ancillary company like a CPG or a consumer packaged goods company, Kellogg, Pepsi, Johnson & Johnson, or Procter & Gamble as an example, to help support the Walmart accounts. Or vice versa. Maybe if you're getting relocated here to be on the Walmart account for your respective company, like Kellogg as an example, and your spouse comes along with you and then they get a job at Walmart, Tyson, J.B. Hunt, a construction company, or many other companies here in Northwest Arkansas, or its entrepreneurship is such an opportunity here in Northwest Arkansas, in Bentonville, that might be an option for you as looking for career advancement. Not to say that there aren't opportunities in the rest of the state. Again, these are my list of best places to live in Arkansas. Along with Little Rock, Northwest Arkansas, and specifically Bentonville, are becoming the economic center for the state. So U.S. Census data, Bureau of Labor Statistics information, and regional economic development reports are pointing in the direction of Bentonville being one of the best places for your job advancement. Number 4 on our list, we're finally moving away from Northwest Arkansas. Of course, I'm the one that put the list together, but based on the information that I looked online and kind of what I was deducing, again, taking into consideration the clients that I helped move to Arkansas, Conway is located just north of Little Rock, more in the central part of the state. It offers college town amenity, relatively low housing costs compared with larger metro areas like Bentonville, as an example. To kind of give you an understanding of cost of living in Conway, the national average baseline is an index of 100. You might like to know that Arkansas as a state averages 14% below that baseline at 86%. Conway as the best affordable city, not the most affordable city. Now again, this is my list, so not the most affordable city in Arkansas. If we were to just look at the most affordable city in Arkansas, there's probably no jobs around there. Might not be opportunities for advancement or education or what have you. If we just look at the most affordable city in Arkansas, that did not make today's list. This is the best affordable city because it made my list due to the fact that Conway itself has a lower cost of living at 85.6% on that index we were mentioning earlier, and it's closer to Little Rock, where if you're living in Conway, you can bebop down to Little Rock for food, which will be later on our list, as well as there's 3 colleges located there in Conway, in Hendrix College, University of Central Arkansas, and Central Baptist College. From what people tell me that end up moving to Conway, there's a strong family environment. It is an easy commute to Little Rock with just a few minutes up the road. It has affordable living options. You're close to lakes and hiking and biking trails down there also. That's why Conway has made the list for best affordable city, not most affordable city. Next on our list is best place for peaceful nature living. Now, again, depending on your individual opinion, you might say a different city, and then there might be places that have better recreation. There might be places that are more quiet. There might be places that have more opportunity for jobs. But the fact of the matter is, we're looking for peaceful nature living. And the city that came up the most based off of my criteria for this category was Mountain Home. Mountain Home is located in the central north part of the state up by the Missouri border. It sits in the Ozark Mountains and is near 2 of Arkansas's most famous lakes, Bull Shoals and North Fork Lakes, where you can find extensive boating, fishing, outdoor lifestyle. You don't have the big city with traffic and lots of people around to where you're not peaceful in your day-to-day life. What many clients and other realtors tell me is that it's a place that people like to retirement. They have quiet mountain lifestyle there, lower population density than urban areas, which again reflects that there might not be a whole lot to do there. But that might be what you're seeking, is not a whole lot. I want peace. I want to be able to look out and hear the birds chirping as opposed to sirens going by. Next on our list, and kind of leaked earlier, is the best city for foodies. Which city in Arkansas is the best for those folks that like to test and tempt their palates? My friends, Little Rock continues to hit the top of the list. There are no Michelin star rated restaurants in all of the state of Arkansas. As Little Rock is the largest city in Arkansas, it also has the most diversity in its food scene. Some of the key food districts you might want to check out are the Hillcrest neighborhood, the Soma area, which is South Main Arts District, and the River Market District, you can find a vast variety of plates, appetizers, and made entrees, if you will, to be able to tempt your palate. Did you know that queso was made originally in Little Rock, Arkansas, and they have a cheese festival there each year? There's a wide variety of craft cocktail bars, farm-to-table dining, and chef-driven restaurants. Again, to be able to outperform any other cities in all of Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas, there's a few that might come close, but for best on this list in 2026, it's Little Rock. Before we jump into our next best city of 2026, my friend, if you're looking to move to Arkansas, and specifically Northwest Arkansas, down in the comments is a link to my relocation guide. When you click on that link and fill out the information, consider that our first opportunity of potentially working together, where we can schedule a call and see if I might be able to help serve you and your family in a move to Northwest Arkansas. Number 7 on our list is the city with the best small town charm. There are so many small towns in Arkansas, but based off of my research, again, my list for 2026, we're going to talk about the city of Siloam Springs. So yeah, let's move back up the map from Little Rock to the northwest corner of Arkansas and look at Siloam Springs, which blends a historic downtown charm with easy access to Northwest Arkansas jobs. Highway 412, you can bebop on over from Siloam Springs over to Springdale very easily. Some of the key highlights about the downtown area is that it has a walkable, rollable, strollable, historic downtown with the brick streets there in Siloam Springs right along Sager Creek. Creekside Park and public spaces are abounding all over Siloam Springs. You've got the Rapids Park over on the Illinois watershed, and it's also home to John Brown University. Like many other small towns in Arkansas, Siloam Springs is no different, where they have their own farmers market, small local restaurants, and coffee shops. It's growing, but still has that small town feel. Next on our list, the best town for arts and tourism is a kitschy, cool little town that's kind of Northwest Arkansas adjacent, and that is Eureka Springs. If you've never been to Eureka Springs, you should really go check it out. Eureka Springs is one of the most unique little towns in the Midwest and is known for its historic architecture and arts culture. I remember one of my first anniversaries, my wife and I, we liked to go and stay at Airbnbs. Back then they were called what? They were called bed and breakfast. We would stay in this Queen Anne style house that's over 100 and some odd years old. The floors are all sloping. But it was a fun experience where we would stay the night and wake up and have breakfast with a bunch of other people in town, and then go and check out what the town has to offer. There's art galleries and music festivals, boutique hotels and restaurants. If you want to go take a spooky tour, go over to the Crescent Hotel and take a ghost tour of the Crescent Hotel. You might be interested to know that the entire downtown area of Eureka Springs is on the National Register of Historic Places. Tourism overall is a major industry in Arkansas, attracting over 50 million visitors annually and generating billions in economic impact. As promised at the beginning of the video, I always have a little quick punch at the end bonus. Honorable mentions, if you will. The best town in Arkansas for lake living. It's not Rogers. It's not Springdale. Best town in 2026 for lake life is not here in Northwest Arkansas. Surprisingly enough, that's right. Beaver Lake is only 28,000 acres-ish. But down in Hot Springs, there is a grouping of 3 and 4 lakes close by, with Lake Washita with 40,000 acres, Lake Hamilton just at 7,200 acres, Lake Catherine close by at 1,940 acres, and just a little bit further south than Hot Springs is DeGray Lake at 13,400 acres. So if you want lake life, head on over to Hot Springs and you've got all those lakes within a close drive by. Fastest growing town on my list, yes, you can see that the state had registered Bentonville and Centerton here in Northwest Arkansas. But in my opinion, we're going to go with Pea Ridge on this one for 2026. I've sold a couple homes up there this year, and Pea Ridge is growing significantly. Best outdoor adventure town. We're going to give this one to Jasper, Arkansas. Over in Jasper, you can find plenty of hunting, fishing, camping along the Buffalo River, which is our nation's first national river. Of course, you can float the Buffalo. Check out Buffalo Outdoor Center. Tell my friends there at BOC I said hello. And best retirement destination, again on our list, is going to not be Bella Vista, as you might one think, or Hot Springs. It again hits Mountain Home, Arkansas. Many people are in their retirement are looking for that peaceful life living. My friend, it's always a pleasure to put this information together for you, and now you know a little bit more about what life is like in and around Bentonville. Thanks for watching.